Well, here at the History Museum, Chesapeake, Ohio History Museum here in Clifton, Virginia. And walk through here again. I thought about keeping my live stream going here, but since a lot of people wouldn't watching, I figured why not do a completely separate video that I could upload later. And this will be, I don't know if this will be the first video or not of 2022. It'll be one of the first videos of 2022, but it won't be 2023, I mean. It'll be one of the first videos of 2023. Now this is off limits, so all I can do is just try to get a little brief look what it looks like. They don't want anybody in there right now because they're restoring it. So the most I could do is just a little quick peep at the phone. I don't know if I got enough to tell what's in there or not. A lot of these cars are open to the public, which is cool. That's not these right here. See if those are open too. Well, no, these are not open. I have no idea if you can see anything or not. They're supposed to restore these. Actually, what would be cool if they could restore these to running order, where they could actually run on the track again and have new windows and stuff. It'd be cool to see them on the new River Excursion trains. But that is just a dream. That'll probably never happen. They'll probably restore them to the point where you can walk through them and tour them like you can some of the other ones, but I don't think they'll ever be restored to the point where you could actually ride them on the active lines. Yeah, that's closed off. I can do this, but the guy at the museum asked if people could stay out of certain ones. The ones that has a little steps going to them, the little platforms and stuff, they don't mind you going in. The ones on the end are the ones they're trying to restore. The caboose you can go in, they actually don't mind. And I think this one you can go in. Well, actually, it's not the other end of it that's open to the public because that's the walkway. See a couple cabooses, some steam engines and diesel engines. I thought it'd be easier just to walk this a second time, did a better video than I did the first time. I'm still here. I gotta be very careful here. A couple of holes. Oh, there's the old steam engine. Oh, I remember here earlier I couldn't go in here. That one they got locked up. Sounds like there's a train coming. In case it's a lost truck. Interesting looking sink. Cold, hot, waste. Oh, that's the button you push to dump it out in the railroad track. Yeah, I think they had a tank for the toilet or whatever, but back in the day, a lot of these sinks and stuff, you wash your hands or whatever, you could literally push a button and open up a pipe and dump it directly on the rail line. I think they used to back when rail lines were new. They even had it where you went to the restroom, all waste went out. Nowadays it's illegal. All passenger trains have to have some kind of storage tanks that have to be pumped out at certain locations. Be careful, watch your step. Let's tell the history here. I may not get to do the walking tour of Clifton Forest itself. I could count this as part of walking Appalachia videos because Clifton Forest, Virginia is technically part of Appalachia, but this is part of the See No History thing. Interesting thought though. Where's that heat coming from? I literally feel heat. Old fuse box. Interesting thought though, that this was, I found out before I come down here that this rail yard in town was one of the biggest towns on the Chesapeake, Ohio main line in the Chesapeake, Ohio railway. Don't think it's the biggest, but it's one of the biggest. Hinton's good size too. Thurman, which is very close to my house, is not that big compared to some of these places I've visited. Thurman's not that big, but I still love Thurman because I can be there in 15 minutes. And it's a great place to film and trains and rail fan. There's a dinosaur. Well, technically I won't have any good actual train videos to upload on this trip for the simple fact I live streamed the trains. The two trains I kind of live streamed, and the little clips I was trying to get of them doing the switching moves. Well, I got that one with that drone that kept flying over, which is pretty cool. Here's the old steam engine. Interesting, over there is where they used to keep all the coal back in the day, which is interesting because if you're going on long trips and you had to go and you're the fireman, eventually, once you used all the coal in the front half, you had to walk all the way to the back half to get the coal. I'm waiting to see if that coal train comes this way. The empty coal train left, but there's a load coal train up here somewhere that should be going eastbound, plus the mixed freight doing the switching moves. But look at all these knobs and levers. Can you imagine traveling this back in the day and you trying to figure out where to go? And you had to know which lever to pull, which knob to pull for the steam compressor. It's probably a very complicated job. You got the brakes in the floor, the throttle. I bet it'd be fun because those windows, they probably don't open now, but they did open back in the day. It'd be hard to see where you're going if there's a little teeny tiny window around the boiler to actually see where you're going. So somebody's job was to open the window and hang their head out the window to see where they were going. Trying not to get you in the video. This is the Greenbrier Express. Oh, by the way, this time when I got the video, when I hit in stream, I made sure I hit the right button. I think like in Oakville, I exited off immediately and I didn't hit the button to save it. Yeah. And that's why I didn't save from Oakville. Well, going here again while they're still open. Don't fall. 614. 614. I gotta be very careful here. That's plastic. More plastic. That means that these lights are replaced because originally they would be glass. So they put plastic over them. Okay. Really cool. Engine 7534. Asking for permission to park yard. Dispatch, he got permission. You have track all the way to Sloss Furnace. Okay, I have track all these lost furnace to pick up the coal cars that has to empty coke cars to take back the soil for more coke to come back to slot furnace. Time to blow the horn. Love how you know I'm leaving. Yes, Lost Furnace is not that far from here. And I didn't, until recently, I did not know that's where all the coke from the Soul coke ovens went. I found that out about a month ago on my last road trip, which was really cool to know, and that's literally not that far from here. It's amazing when you find out stuff you don't know. I don't think there's anything else I can go inside here. I think everything else is kind of locked up, except for the museum here, but I'm not going to film inside the little gift shop here because here, actually, there is one more place. I literally walked past the museum, which is probably still open. And then I'll be in everything you can go inside. If I could upload, if YouTube picks up that music in the distance, they may not let me upload because there's somebody in the car over there blasting music really loud. Yes, anybody that's new to YouTube or you've been there for a while, just in case you don't know this, they're very strict about music. Although that might not be loud enough to pick up very good, so I might be okay. When I've done that sort of the snow, you can hear I'm dreaming of a whole white Christmas in the background. The most you could do though is music, any more than 30-40 seconds of music, they cannot let you upload a video and you have a copyright claim. Unless you're recording a live band. Where I've recorded people at that church I go to singing, I'm okay, but they've tried to get me for that too. Even though I've had permission to film that. I had permission to film that, so from the people who were singing who didn't care that I filmed. Then they try to get me copyright claims. I filmed that guy doing Smoky Mountain Rain at the Mount Hope Jubilee, which they didn't mind because they enjoy people taking pictures of videos and singing. It's a father-daughter team. Signal tower's not working. Can't tell if there's a train coming or not because the signal's not working. I would love to see this in action. That's all they do, turn it on from time to time. I know this will be a long video, so thank you anybody watched it to the very end. I'm not sure. There's the replica of the Soul Depot. And there's a replica of, I don't know if that's Thurman or not, no. Let's see what it says on the side. Yep, it is Thurman. It's not a perfect replica. Oh, wait a minute. The walkway's on the back side. I'm wrong, it is. I thought they made a mistake on the replica there because the walkway, which this is track side, the walkway was not on main line track side. It was on Brent's line track side, the second floor walkway. It faces the Brent's line and Thurman Bridge. The double track main line, the walkway does not face. It just dawned on me. When I looked closer and it dawned on me what it was. It says Speaking Ohio. I'd like to ride the world's smallest toy train. But I don't think I'm going to end the video here because that music's still playing. I want to get in the background.